some of the things that happen there. So how can he do this? PR pro Abbie Fink with HMA PR is here. Thank you so much for coming here. I appreciate it.
Good
What are your
morning.
thoughts on this overall?
Well, I think we're seeing a symptom of a larger problem with these high-profile individuals that are now being accused of these allegations, and it's empowering the people to be able to come out and speak their mind. What I'd like to hear from these individuals is really apologizing to the individuals that they've wronged. Even in Mr. Lauer's statement, he apologized for the shame that he brought to his family and to the network, but he did not apologize to the people that are accusing him of these allegations. And if they are true, he does owe them a very large apology, and that will begin to repair the possibility, or engage the possibility of him repairing his reputation.
Now, say that happens and he starts taking those steps and apologizes to these women, and all of this will start to unfold. I mean, an apology is just words, and I mean, actions prove louder than words. But on the flip side of it, people often, we sometimes, I think as a society, have short-term memories, and we forget about these things after time passes. But in something like this, with how heightened it is right now, with everything going on, is that really possible?
Well, we do like a redemption story, right? We do like to see people come back and fix and change and somehow acknowledge what they've done and learn from those mistakes. He probably has to decide what he wants his future to look like. He's had a very long and successful career. Is it important for him to be able to find himself back on the air again, or are there other ways for him to utilize his talents and do other things? He has a real opportunity, if he's decided to accept this responsibility and make good, to decide what he wants to do about it. And I think that's the case with any of these individuals that we're hearing, whether this are the high-profile people or what's happening in the workplace every day. There are ways to fix what this is by acknowledging it, determining what you're going to do about it, and then create policies and stick by those policies in your workforce. We have to create a safe environment for the people that we work with. You would ask the question, is it okay to ask someone out that you work with? Well, if you're a single adult asking out another single adult, that's okay. But if you've pushed the issue, it's not okay.
You keep asking out over and over and over again.
The behavior here is not okay. And if you think about it, this is all in my perception of what is a sexual allegation or abuse or harassment, right? It's how I feel about the situation.
Or using your power in a position that you hold to make others feel like they
have no choice.
Exactly.
Right.
That their job is at stake or their reputation is at stake if they don't sort of.
Right. And you think about how that could look. You're new in your career. You've been given an opportunity. Whatever your career is, and you're placed in this situation where someone is telling you need to do this in order for this, and you're worried about what your reputation is going to be like if you say no. You're worried about what your job might look like. So things begin to happen. It doesn't excuse the behavior, but you can see how it can happen. And I think what this is doing is causing all workplaces to really pay attention to their workplace policies. How are you handling situations when you have individuals together that might be alone and this situation might happen? And how are you going to address it and make a comfortable environment for people who may feel that the situation is happening to report it and to take those allegations seriously and work to make sure that our workplaces are safe for all individuals to work together and not be fearful of this type of harassment. So I think that it's a larger discussion than just what we're seeing.
And it's not over.
No.
Definitely not over.
And personally, I don't think he's ever going to come back and where he was before. Brian Williams, though, look at that guy. He basically told a bunch of stories, and now he's being talked about as one of the guys that could take over the show again. So there are redemption stories, as you said. Thanks again for being here.
Sure, thank you.
Have to have you back sometime.